Hello everybody, this is section 1.3. We're talking about rational numbers and decimals in this section. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to define what we mean by a rational number. Now the root of the word rational number is the term ratio. Ratio, of course, means fraction. So how do we define it? We're going to define a rational number as the ratio between two integers, right? And we typically express that in the form a over b, where a is a and b are integers. But we also make one small note right here that b cannot equal 0 because the denominator of our fraction would make the fraction undefined. So how do we obtain a decimal number from a rational number? The simplest way is to use direct division, long division. So let's go through the process of showing how we're going to get a decimal number given a fraction. What we're going to do is we're going to divide the denominator, b, into the numerator, a, by setting up this set of equations right here using our division bar. So for example, if we wanted to write 3/8 as a decimal, here's how it should look. We're going to divide 8, the denominator, into the numerator, 3. But we know that 8 will not go evenly into 3. So we're going to put a decimal point after the 3 and a 0. We'll transfer that decimal point up to the top, just put it in the same place right there, and we'll note, okay, 8 does not go into 3, so 8 goes into 3 0 times, but we know that 8 will go into 30 3 times, because if you take 3 times 8, you get 24. So now we do a subtraction. Subtracting directly, 30 minus 24 gives us 6. Well, 6 and 8 is not an evenly divisible number, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to extend our division. We're going to put another 0 following the one that we just did and carry that down to make the number 60, which would be the next number that 8 could divide into. 8 goes into 60 how many times? That's right, 7. 7 times 8 gives us 56, which is pretty close. Still not quite right. We're going to have a remainder right here, but that remainder is 60 minus 56 gives us 4. Well, 8 does not go into 4 evenly again, but we follow up with another 0. Lo and behold, we have a number that 8 divides into evenly. 8 goes into 45 times, and when we subtract that away, of course, we get our remainder of 0. So 3/8 as a decimal would be written as 0.375. Now, in some cases, decimals like this, if they can be written as fractions, will terminate. However, not every fraction will terminate. We might not be able to find that one evenly divisible number like we did right here to give us a remainder of 0 at any point. How do we know? Well, if we have repeating digits, we can find out by doing a simple division. Let's do it again right here. Take our denominator, 15. We note that 15 will not divide evenly into 7. This is why we expressed it as a fraction in the first place, but we'll put our 0 there and try our hand with what happens if 15 goes into 70. Well, 15 will go into 70 4 times. Why? 4 times 15 is equal to 60. We do the subtraction. That gives us 10 as a result. Well, 15 will not divide evenly into 10, so we put a 0 following the one that we just put right here. Bring down that 0 and ask how many times will 15 go into 100. Well, a little searching around will tell us that 6 is the next number that we can use because 6 times 15 gives us 90. 2 times 15 is 30. 4 times 15 is 60, so 6 times 15 would be 90. We subtract that away. And we have 10 again as our result. Something suspicious is going to happen here because we put another 0, just like we did before, and bring that 0 down. We're going to have to try and divide 15 into 100 again. 6 times 15 is 90. We do the subtraction. Once again, we get 10, and at this point, you might suspect something is up. In fact, what's going to happen is that it is going to repeat that 6 over and over and over again. So we would write 7/15 as 0.466, and so on. But rather than having to write so many 6's over and over again, the typical notation is to write a bar over the repeating digit. So 0.46 with the bar over the 6 because the 6 is going to be repeating, and this is our decimal form of 7/15.